You're watching Onetv News in English at 5. I'm Moutsios. These are today's top stories. As talks begin, fighting rages on. Ukrainians hold talks with Russia as Ukraine said dozens were killed in a Russian rocket attack in Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. Russian-Israeli billionaire Alexander Abramovich assists in negotiation talks. Bulgaria and Greece to discuss the construction of a new nuclear plant as an alternative to gas-generated electricity. No more golden visas for wealthy Russians in Greece and the European Union. Come and help us defend our lands. Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine calls for international support and appeals to fighters from around the world to join their cause. Talks between Ukraine and Russia commenced early in the morning on the borders with Belarus near the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Ukraine had agreed to hold talks with Russia without preconditions, the office of President Volodymyr Zelensky said yesterday after a call between Ukrainian President and Belarus leader Alexander Lukashenko. Ukraine had earlier refused to talk in Belarus, where Russian troops were stationed before the invasion. Ukraine has said its goal for the talks is an immediate ceasefire and withdrawal of Russian troops. Its delegation includes several high-ranking officials, but not its president, Volodymyr Zelensky himself. According to sources, Russian-Israeli billionaire Roman Abramovich, at the request of Ukraine, is in Belarus assisting in the negotiations. Before the talks started, the Kremlin said it would not declare its official position as Moscow's assault against Ukraine went into a fifth day. I suggest we wait for the talks, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters. I would not declare any negotiating positions. Ukraine agreed to talks around the same time as Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered defense chiefs to put nuclear deterrence forces on high alert. The US has slammed him for manufacturing threats that don't exist because his invasion of Ukraine has been halted. While the talks are currently in progress, Ukrainian Interior Ministry advisor Anton Herasenko said in a post on Facebook that dozens of people have been killed and hundreds more wounded in rocket strikes by Russian forces on the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv on Monday morning. Coming up next, humanitarian aid arrived in Poland. Greece stands shoulder to shoulder with Ukraine. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Greece, Nikos Dendias, speaking at the conference on disarmament high-level segment in Geneva today, referred to the military Russian operations in Ukraine as the most serious security challenge Europe is facing up. Minister of Foreign Affairs Dendias said the military operation against Ukraine violates the founding principles of the international law, starting from the United Nations Charter itself. Greek Minister of Foreign Affairs referred to the extremely violent attacks against civilians in the villages of Sartana and Bugas in the broader area of Mariupol and called for the immediate termination of any hostilities. This is what he said.
I would like to refer particularly to the brutal attacks against civilians in Sartana and Bugas villages in the wider Mariupol area. So far, it caused the death of 10 civilians, members of the Greek community, and many injured, including children. The attacks in Ukraine must stop immediately. It is also of vital importance that the safe and secure operations of the nuclear facilities in Ukraine are not affected or disrupted in any way. It is equally important that disarmament conventions and treaties are upheld. Cyber attacks and disinformation campaigns should also stop.
Athens is currently exploring new alternative ways of energy supply as a substitute for the gas supply from Russia following the war in Ukraine. Bulgaria has begun talks with Athens on building a new nuclear power plant on Bulgarian territory to be used by Greece under a long-term 20-year contract, Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Arsen Vasiliev announced on Sunday. Bulgaria owns 2 Russian nuclear reactors, which have remained out of service for 3 years. Bulgarian government has said it is ready to build a new nuclear reactor at the existing Kozloduy power plant. The project for a second nuclear power plant near Belene could be revived with help from Greece. In exchange, Vasiliev also said that Bulgaria will become a shareholder in the port of Alexandroupolis and will gain access to the Aegean Sea. The country currently has a stake in the liquefied gas terminal in Alexandroupolis. Come and help us defend our land. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine calls for international support and appeals to fighters from around the world to join their cause. United States Secretary of State thanked Greece for its steadfast support of Ukraine and of United States, NATO and European Union efforts to hold Russia accountable for its actions. Antony Blinken expressed his condolences for ethnic Greeks killed in Russia's brutal assault on Mariupol during a telephone call with his Greek counterpart Nikos Dendias on Sunday. Greece has sent Ukraine defense equipment and humanitarian aid, the Prime Minister's office said Sunday, after Athens accused Russia of killing 10 ethnic Greeks during its invasion of Ukraine. 2 military transport planes departed from Poland on Sunday, according to the Prime Minister's office. A separate shipment of 18 tons humanitarian aid has also been sent the same day, accompanied by Deputy Defense Minister Nikos Chardalias. Russian embassy in Athens has insisted that Moscow is exclusively targeting military units and installations in Ukraine and did not bomb inhabited areas and villages. Greek Foreign Ministry spokesman Alexandros Papaioannou on Sunday accused the embassy of lying. What the embassy said, I'm sorry to say, is fake news. We have proof, Papaioannou told Sky TV. Orthodox bombs killed Orthodox ethnic Greeks, he said. Athens has summoned the Russian ambassador to the Greek Foreign Ministry on Sunday. Coming up next, Greece suspends issuance and renewal of residence permits to wealthy Russians investing in Greece. As fighting rages in many major Ukrainian cities and towns, President Volodymyr Zelensky announced the formation of the International Legion of Territorial Defense of Ukraine. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Dmytro Kuleba, in a press briefing to international media on Sunday, repeated his country's call to foreigners who wish to join the territorial defense units to contact the Ukrainian embassies around the world for further details. This is what Dmytro Kuleba said.
Those foreign individuals who have the will and ability to fight alongside Ukrainians against invaders are welcome to join the International Legion of the Territorial Defense of Ukraine. Please address Ukrainian embassies in your countries for further details. President Zelensky issued a special decree on the formation of the International Legion as part of the territorial defense of Ukraine. I want you to understand what territorial defense is. Territorial defense is a special branch of the armed forces of Ukraine. It consists of people living in their villages and houses and towns, people who are ready to pick up arms to defend Ukraine. There are dozens, hundreds of examples when local residents are fighting the invaders by all means available to them.
Greece and its European counterparts have suspended issuance and the renewal of residence permits to wealthy Russians investing in Greece and other countries, respectively, until further notice, the Migration Ministry said on Monday. New requests will not be accepted and no applications for the category business executives for citizens of the Russian Federation will be considered, the ministry said in a statement. It remains unclear whether previously issued visas will be affected. Under its Golden Visa scheme, Greece offers a renewable 5-year residence permit in return for a €250,000 investment. Migration Minister Notis Mitarakis on an Onetv interview stated that nearly 2,500 resident permits have been issued to Russian citizens since the program was launched in 2013 and that Greece has attracted more than €3 billion in investments since then. That's all from us for now. Next news update in Greek at 6 o'clock. Tune in tomorrow at 5 o'clock for your daily news report in English. Goodbye for now.